ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of Multi-Cultural, the hardest to pronounce pop culture podcast on the planet. Today, we are getting down to the nitty-gritty. We are all gigantic fans of hip-hop, no secret about that, and we've been waiting for a long time for this episode. We're going to get into our top 5 favorite rappers of all time. Before we kick it off, my name is B. Hearn, a.k.a. Brian, or Brian, a.k.a. B. Hearn, however you want to do it, a.k.a. the Golden Boy, Ric Flair.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
So the other day, this is Feliciano, by the way. I gotta premise this. The other day, this chick called me the Black Adam Sandler. And I had
you're not black.
No idea what to do with that. I mean, no, I'm not black. But I'm not black.
She should have called you
Natalie Garcia, where you at?
Yeah. The Black Adam Sandler to you. Anyway, Feliciano, Puerto Rican Larry David.
Sure, you should be honored or offended by that.
Exactly. I was so confused.
I was confused too when she said it, and she got mad because I did say her hair was frizzy the day before.
Yeah,
you
fucked that all up. For me.
I didn't know.
For me. Black motherfucker.
I turned immediately to Brian and said, did she just call me a black Jew?
Yes. That's exactly what she did.
The third black Jew.
Yes. Sammy Davis.
And Lenny
Kravitz.
And Matthew Feliciano.
The third black Jew.
Great company.
AKA the third black Jew.
Got the Hebrew fucking hammer over here.
Oh my God, I love it.
Great
it
movie.
all comes full circle.
Like reference, I like that. My occupation is stop the inauguration of Satan.
Ooh.
Can we do that?
Yes.
I need all of you to know how much I bomb atomically.
Oh, Socrates' philosophies.
And hypotheses can't define how we drop it. Socrates, they really perform.
Bars.
Got it.
All right.
My name is Ryan Saba.
Cleveland! This is for you!
The more I listen to this podcast, the more I realize that I sound congested every time. So my new AKA is Snuffleupagus. I don't know if I need to change the filters in my house or what, but there's something going on.
You're supposed to do it every 6 months.
Yeah.
3.
Captain Cleveland, Browns, Cavs, Indians, CLE till I die.
Wait, what's the Browns' record right now?
Well, it's preseason.
Right, yeah. Preseason.
I think we lost last night, so we're one in Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Little buddy boy Baker's looking good out there.
He is
though,
looking
baby.
good, I will say that.
All right, it's your boy Jadon.
What the hell?
The crappy costume.
My web shooters.
AKA The Speculator, AKA Leon Musk, AKA...
Yo, I just got
I
this
knew you'd
visual
love it. I knew
from
you'd love
Martin,
that
and
shit.
I don't even know.
Like, I'm rich as hell, but I'm just a giant piece of shit.
I'm rich.
Leon Musk.
AKA Jerry Smith Black Mambazo.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, shit. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be talking about our top 5 MCs. We did keep a couple off, kind of like the Holy Grail, the Illmatics, the Mount Rushmore, if you will. So, for all perspective purposes, we got Nas off the list, Jay-Z, Pac, and Biggie.
I put who I want on my fucking list.
Captain Cleveland does whatever he wants. Speaking of Captain Cleveland.
Number 1, Biggie. Number 2, Pac.
Exactly. All right, let's start with number 5, Tupac Shakur.
That's a whole different conversation right there.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh, yeah. And we'll
Like
get
those,
into that.
those four. Plus, there's a
battle
whole
that out
plethora
at
of
some
other ones
point.
that you can add to
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's Eminem. There's
Yeah.
Rakim. You're talking about like
Are
like
you reading my
untouchable.
list right here?
No, absolutely not. I said Eminem for the other people, not for me because I'm a black Jew.
Yeah, the third most popular.
BJ 3.
Yeah. Hashtag the other kind of BJ.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
We'd like to take the time to thank one of our sponsors, Andrew Newman, attorney at law. Located here in Greensboro, North Carolina, he can assist you with your criminal as well as traffic violations, and his practice includes Guilford, Forsyth, as well as all surrounding counties. To set up a free consultation, you can contact him at 336-663-2388, and you can also visit him on his website, attorneynewman.com.
All right, so I'm going to start with my honorable mentions. Okay. I spent a lot of time. I spent more time on my honorable mention list than I did on my top 5 because there's just so hip hop's been such a part of my life. The first album I ever owned, the first CD I ever bought was The Chronic. Nice. So it was tough. So I'm gonna start with DMX as an honorable mention. Look, man, Earl Simmons.
I like it. I like it.
Let me tell you something. Motherfuckers.
Bitch, please.
DMX used to be the motherfucking battle king. Jay-Z would go down to Yonkers and he would get his fucking ass whooped by fucking DMX.
I don't know how accurate that is.
It's very accurate.
Yeah?
I saw it on a documentary.
It's on film.
He's grimy
It's
as
in media.
He's grimy as fuck. So obviously now he's really grimy because he's like smoking crack and shit. But we're talking, 1998 DMX.
I think there was still crack involved.
Probably.
Well, he's also on like VH1 like therapy shows and
Crying
shit.
and shit. Yeah. It makes me sad.
It does. It makes me
Drugs,
very
man.
sad.
Drugs ruin lives.
But then I just pop on
Dare.
fucking
Mud dogs, dog.
blood of my blood, man.
My favorite. All right, look. We all love the fucking Wu-Tang Clan. There's going to be many Wu-Tang Clan appearances throughout the show.
Wu-Tang.
I love Ghostface. I love Raekwon. I love Jizza. But my favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan is Capadonna. He debuted on Raekwon's Ice Cream.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
He debuted on Winter Wars.
So he debuted.
Here we go.
That's the first time he debuted for me.
There you go.
That's the first time I heard him.
Sorry.
He was all over Iron Man,
Hip
obviously.
hop police today.
If you have not listened, if you're not familiar with Capadonna, because he is obviously one of the lesser known, listen to The Pillage.
Yes.
Luda. Gotta love Ludacris. I got on Luda late. He's fast, he's wild, he's comedic. My favorite album of his is Chicken and Beer with P Poppin' and Diamond in the Back and all that. I love Luda. And then LL. LL shaped hip-hop from a commercial perspective. He was sort of the first real, true crossover hip-hop star. Going back to Cali, I'm Bad, Rock the Bells, Mama Said Knock You Out. All the hard as nails kind of side of LL, but LL's also a lover. Right?
Ladies
Lover
love cool
boy.
J.
So I,
And he won't stop
ladies
licking
love
his
Cool
goddamn
Saber.
lips.
Get that man some chapstick.
Ladies love Cool
They
James.
do love him.
What kind of fucking name? That is awesome.
Yes.
Like nobody else could do that. LL Cool M? No.
So
Like I want to
is
get
that,
ass
right?
and be a rapper.
So, fun fact there, his name was going to be Jay Ski,
Okay.
but he didn't want to be associated with the cocaine culture that some of the rappers like Curtis Blow and some of those other guys had. So, as a conversation, basically with Rick Rubin and geez, oh man, I'm drawing a blank. The head of motherfucking
Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons. They had a conversation. They decided to go with LL Cool J. And then J. Cole, he's current rapper. He's my favorite new rapper right now. He's super dope, and he doesn't sound like all the other trash that's on the fucking radio. So
Good call on that.
All right.
North Carolina in the house, by the way.
Fayetteville.
Yo, is this in any order? Or is it just
That was
Those
just
are,
honorable mentions.
those are just honorable mentions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where we haven't even got started yet.
Didn't even get
Those
there
are just
yet.
my
Okay.
honorable mentions. So, number 5, Common Sense. Central member of the Soulquarians. We'll get into that conversation a little bit. All your sort of Mos Def, Talib Kweli, Bilal, Questlove, J Dilla, R.I.P., Q-Tip, D'Angelo, Erykah Badu. They have this little the Soulquarians named by Questlove. He is a central member of that. The one thing that's really great about Common is he did a really good job of maintaining his underground status for a really long time. For the first 10 years of his career, he maintained underground status. He's known for his eloquence, his soul, his activism. 1994's Resurrection was my first sort of introduction to him. His first mainstream success with I Used to Love Her. His ode to hip-hop, which to this day still, maintains. But it did spark a feud with the West Coast and with Ice Cube because of his sort of take on the direction that rap was going and the whole G-Funk thing that Dre started and how, they treating women like shit and calling them bitches and hoes and shit. So that really propelled him into the mainstream focus. My favorite album, and this for every one of these guys, I do a favorite album and a favorite song.
Gotcha.
So my favorite album is 2005's B.
Nice.
Produced by Kanye.
100%.
100%.
It's his best album.
Yeah,
that's the one with the corners on it
with
too.
The corner, yeah,
love that.
So
track.
my favorite song is off that album of his, and it's "The Food." The version there is a studio version, but on the album so it's a duo. It's a duets collab with him and Kanye. Kanye has like a Gucci backpack on and shit.
That's right, he does.
Yeah.
I remember when that happened.
That's right.
I saw
So
that.
that version that they
He
did
had a
on
polo
the
rugby.
Chappelle Show,
Yeah.
that version that's on the Chappelle Show is what's on the album. So
Chappelle Show's musical guests were always awesome.
yes, they were. So also, just a little shameless plug here. Check out Common on Showtime's The Chi. One season of The Chi. It's really good. It's sort of Chicago version of The Wire. Check it out. It's really good. Number 4, Rakim. Motherfucker's hard as nails, dude. You can't talk about Rakim without talking about his bravado and what he brought to the table. He's widely regarded as one of the most influential, highly skilled MCs of all time.
He's the God MC.
Yeah.
The God MC.
He is probably your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah.
Okay. He's otherwise known as the God MC or Rakim Allah.
Yeah.
He
that
shaped
18th letter.
Along with him and Eric B, they really shaped late 80s and early 90s hip-hop. Eric B and Rakim, they're one of the most... I just don't even know what word to use with them. They are just one of the best groups, even though they're a duo. I mean, they're one of the
more
best
producer and MC, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
of all time. But
Yeah.
they are one of the best groups of that golden age of hip hop
Yeah.
with the Beastie Boys and NWA, and they are they were inducted in the Hall of Fame in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2011. The Source ranked. Fuck, Ray Benzino, but the Source ranked. The Source ranked. I had to throw that in there.
100%.
Fuck Benzino. I just had to get that in there. But the Source ranked him number 1 on their top 50 lyricists of all time. Favorite album, Paid in Full. Debut 1987. Favorite song is the title track, Paid in
Thinking
Full.
of a master plan.
Or if we go to when he went to his solo career, it's been a long time. Solo and is on the 18th letter in 1997. Fun fact: A$AP Rocky. His first name is Rakim. He was named after Rakim. His name's Rakim Myers.
Oh, no shit. Nice. Okay.
He needs to do it better justice then.
Yeah, well, he's really more. I'm always talking about the A$AP crew.
That's the thing. But
And
you
the
know,
thing
Rocky,
is-
I do like the Ace.
Rocky is obviously
12-y.
the best out of all of them.
I know
I like
Ferg's
Ferg.
pretty good.
Yeah, I like Ferg.
And Rocky's really.
I really like Ferg.
He's trying to be a model and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's all
was
over
fucking
it.
Lana
He's doing
Del
that
Rey,
pretty-
and then he was
Yeah,
like,
he is.
you know,
Lana Del
That
Rey.
motherfucker's got the
she
whitest
got a-
teeth on the planet, too.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah, no.
Everybody-
Rocky's
Are you
so-
feeling the
Okay,
Jordan
so-
roll today?
I'm just fucking
So
saying.
Ferg is better than Rocky? Would you say? I think,
It's just
I think
different.
I would agree with that.
It's
though.
just they're different, right? They bring
different
things
styles.
to the table. Ferg's a little more grimy. He's a little more like
he's
hardcore.
street. Yeah.
street.
Yep.
Where Rocky's,
He's commercial.
pretty as
Commercial.
fuck.
Yep.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his rhymes are like that too. So,
Yeah.
number 3, Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady,
Gotcha.
Eminem. He's the best-selling artist of the 2000s. 10 number 1 albums, 220 million.
10. Sorry.
We're having a technical difficulty.
We're good.
220 million albums sold all time. Where LL Cool J was the first commercial star, Eminem really revolutionized what it meant to be a hip hop star. He's silly. He connects with the audience. He carries concepts over a series of albums. He's got complex rhyme schemes, and he's got the ability to bend words and make them rhyme. He is at the top of the list of accomplishments for the Defiant Ones. Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre. Dre found him.
I'm sure they love him.
Jimmy Iovine actually
made him
found
lots of money.
him, brought him to Dre, and if you've seen the Defiant Ones, Dre's just like, yo, normally it takes like 2 or 3 months to get a fucking a deal signed, a contract signed. He's like, get this motherfucker signed today.
Yeah.
That's how important that he was to who they are, and he's been
I mean, he brought Dre practically back from the dead.
he did.
You know, you wouldn't
I
have
liked-
you wouldn't have Chronic 2001 without Eminem.
I liked The Firm. Just for the record.
Okay.
I just want to say that.
No.
To me, it wasn't that terrible. A lot of people hated it.
I
lot of people
didn't
hated it.
A lot
mind.
of people hated it.
I didn't
Dre
mind
hated
the
it.
Aftermath
Dre
album
hated it.
either.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Like I didn't mind that either. Hey, listen.
Yeah, but the firm was better than that.
Hate me.
I think the firm was better than that. I just listened to the firm today.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yes.
Yeah,
The phone tap shit, dude,
Yeah.
is so dope.
Phone
Yeah.
tap's
the phone tap
classic.
beat is fucking dope.
That's a classic hip hop
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
The phone tap. The way
Yes.
they did that shit. Anyway.
Yes.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Eminem's probably had one of the greatest 4-year runs in the history of all music from 1999 to 2002. Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, and the Eminem Show. He's been called one of the greatest rappers of all time by Talib Kweli, Cool G Rap, Redman, Rakim, Busta Rhymes, and most notably, Sean Carter, Jay-Z himself. My favorite album's The Eminem Show. My favorite song, I did a couple different things. I did a solo, Till I Collapse.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's that Jim banger,
It's a
too.
motherfucking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just hits you
You
in
dropping
the
weights
head.
to that one.
Yeah.
And then my collaborations, Renegade, obviously, Eminem Murdered You on Your Own Shit.
Eminem murdered you on your own shit.
And Forgot About Dre is classic. Number 2, Mos Def, Yasin Bey. One half of Black Star with Talib Kweli, and he is another member of the Soulquarians. He is a key influencer of artists like Lupe Fiasco, Kid Cudi, East Cleveland represent, and Kendrick Lamar has said that Mos Def was a key influencer of his. Similar to Prince, he changed his name to Yasin Bey because he felt like the record label was using Mos Def, his name and his likeness and who he was as a product, and they weren't viewing him as a person. Fun fact about that is he actually changed his name officially in 1999. His family and friends have been calling him Yasin since 99, but he didn't officially do it till 2012. He's known for being elegant and skillful, but he's still raw at the same time. He's smart, he's funny, he's a great actor. If anybody hasn't seen Brown Sugar, watch the movie Brown Sugar. He's really great.
What was the run he was in with Bruce Willis?
Shit, I don't even know.
12 rounds?
Oh,
Was it 12
yes.
rounds?
I think it was
12
12 rounds.
12
Yeah,
rounds?
But he's a pretty good actor.
He's a great actor.
You know what I mean?
He was on HBO as the first black brain surgeon. Did you ever see that movie?
the
That was
shit
one of
with
those-
with David Schwimmer, right?
Was
I
it
think
David
I think
Schwimmer
Schwimmer
or Clive
wasn't that.
Owen?
No, it wasn't
Clive
Clive
Owen.
Owen.
No, it wasn't the Knickerbocker.
Okay.
No, but that's a dope ass show that
Yeah,
I
no,
wish
that
kept
is good.
going.
That is
At
good.
any rate, Mos Def's a great actor. That's
He was
what
in that
saying.
movie with Jack Black too. That Be Kind, Rewind, or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good call on that. That movie was the shit.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, he was in
there.
that shit too.
Yep.
He
So
was
he's
also
in a
in
lot of good
Talladega Nights, sitting next to Elvis Costello
I don't remember.
I don't
that.
remember that.
I don't either. Shit, now I got to rewatch it.
at Sacha Baron Cohen's house. Oh, what was
Oh shit!
Yes, he fucking was.
And fucking Will Ferrell goes, "Is that Mos Def and Elvis Costello?"
That's right. Damn, I forgot about that.
Cameos, wah, 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 wah.
My favorite album is 2004, The New Danger. Favorite song is Ghetto Rock. Hard as fuck.
The panties.
Number 1. This is a little emotional for me. I've been to see this individual many, many times.
Crazy.
His government name is Tariq Trotter. You may better know him as Black Thought. He is a founding member of the legendary Roots crew from Philly, along with Amir Questlove Thompson. He is known for being a motherfucking beast on the microphone. He's acclaimed for his live performance skills. He's got continuous multi-syllable rhyme schemes. He's a complete lyricist, double entendres, and politically aware lyrics. There's not much more that I can say than this dude is a fucking monster. Go see the Roots live. It'll change your life. It is an experience. The entire band, Captain Kirk Douglas, Questlove, Frank Knuckles, Kamal, you gotta go see the Roots live. Go on YouTube. If you can't see the Roots live, 2 videos. Thought It Worked from Japan. It's a fucking crazy. And then there's from last December, there's a 10-minute freestyle. He went on Hot 97 with Funk Flex and just freestyled for 10 minutes.
Jesus.
And it's fucking
10 minutes
I
ridiculous.
can't freestyle for 10 seconds.
But here's the thing, like there's no stutters, there's no stammers,
Nothing.
It is
No
just,
laughing and
it is just straight fucking fire.
All right, let's
Spit hot fire.
I think he closed his eyes and went to sleep and then started spitting that shit. Like, it was amazing. Amazing.
I don't know.
Asleep.
Yeah, he was asleep the whole time.
I don't know if you can tell that I love Black Thought. Favorite album, The Tipping Point,
That's a double
2004. The best song on The Tipping Point is Duck Down. Listen to it, the 3rd verse. That motherfucker crushes it. My favorite song, though, is off of the album Things Fall Apart. It's Double Trouble with Most Def. Listen to that shit. They go through the whole song, and then at the end, for like the last minute, they start doing this thing where they're just like zin 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 zin. Shit is so fucking good. And then on Fair Analogy, the song Sacrifice. It's kind of a Nelly Furtado's on it. It's
Oh, yeah. That's at the end, though.
Yeah.
Phrenology was slept on heavily.
Very.
Heavily.
But goddamn, listen to the fucking Roots, man.
You know, I saw the Roots. That was
Thank
good.
you.
That was
Very
good.
good.
Top 5. Very good. I saw the Roots
That was
back
solid,
in
brother. Thank
'98
you.
at UNCG in the fucking little auditorium there, and the sound quality was shit. You could barely kind of hear them, but their performance, their presence on stage was outstanding.
They have fun, and they make you have fun.
God, Exactly.
I went and saw them at the House of Blues in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, nice.
And they came in with like a fucking marching band.
Yeah, the tuba and shit.
Yeah. Like that's part of it. That's part of it. They got the tuba guy in there, but they came in through the crowd, like in the back door, and they walked right in through the fucking crowd. I talked about, I saw them at the Fillmore in Charlotte when their original bassist Leonard Hub Hubbard, it was his last go around. Goddamn, go see the fucking Roots.
Hub. So
Yes,
your favorite album was Do Things Fall
Things
Apart?
Fall Apart?
No,
the favorite
Falling
song.
Down.
The one, oh god,
Was it Falling Down?
no, it's The Tipping Point.
The
From
Tipping
2004.
Point.
It's the one where
The
he,
orange cover.
Yeah, the orange cover with the dude. That shit.
Like Boba Fett.
It starts with I'm a big bounty hunter like Boba Fett.
Hey, before
More
we
shell shock than a soldier get.
And for God's sakes, they're not just Jimmy Fallon's fucking band.
seriously.
What? No, never.
Yeah.
No.
No, but I'm saying like kids, these days.
Not for
they-
nothing.
Well,
they made some people watch Jimmy
Yeah,
Fallon.
Exactly.
They make Jimmy Fallon shit cool, man.
Yeah, they do.
They're part of the show. Unlike
Yeah, they're fun.
Like when you watch other late night shows, like the leader, the band leaders
Right.
part, like Letterman with
that's
Paul.
Clooney.
What's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
name?
Schaefer. Paul
Schaefer.
Schaefer.
Yeah, but like the whole, like
It's the whole band.
they incorporate the whole
Exactly.
band.
It's not just the one dude and then whoever
When
else.
people, lots of
And
times,
they have cool guests
yes,
too come in.
and lots of times when like musical guests come in, they'll be the house band for the musical guests.
Right.
And then who hasn't seen the YouTube videos where they use like
Oh,
the little
the
kids
school-
instruments,
oh, yeah, the
school
instruments.
instruments.
Yeah.
And that shit's dope as fuck
Yeah.
too, man.
The fucking Enter Sandman,
Dude, they're
all that
so
shit they do.
good,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, they're
right,
amazing.
sorry.
So I saw
No, you're
them.
good.
I saw them with Jimmy Fallon before he was like. Now it was late night.
When
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
on after Jay Leno.
Yeah. When he was late night, and
When
then
he
fucking,
replaced Conan.
Wow, who was the musical guest? Man, it was Jim James. Jim James and Questlove played drums for him, and it was amazing. But like, it's so effortless for them. Mm-hmm. Fucking Questlove was just like kicking his hair the whole time.
But that's the thing,
Fucking
man.
drumming,
Like if you
yeah.
go when you go and see them live, man, like Questlove isn't just the drummer, like he's the band leader.
No,
So
Hell
he's
yeah.
incredible.
he's fucking calling out musical changes and shit to people.
Yeah.
Like to the other members, because they have a
conductor.
lot of members.
Yeah.
They have like 8 or 10 people on
Yeah.
stage
Bunch of
with
them.
them,
Yeah, it was-
and it's
yeah.
not like Wu-Tang where like everybody's just running around yelling and shit. Like they're
Well, it's Wu and then like 20 of their friends on
yeah,
stage.
exactly. But yeah, I'm sorry. I could talk about this shit.
Oh,
No,
no, you're good.
no,
you're
you
good.
deserve it.
That was a good
Yes.
segment.
Thank
Before we
you.
get to J-Don, we're going to take a quick little timeout for a sponsor break.
We want to take the opportunity to shout out one of our sponsors, Gate City Growlers. They have 20 taps. They specialize in small North Carolina breweries and specialty craft beers. Working with the little guys since 2015. Guys, please stay local. Take care of the local shops.
So there's me, Jerry. I'm growing up in Eden, North Carolina, where
The hub of rock and hip-hop in North
Second
Carolina.
hip-hop capital.
Right.
There's Brooklyn, and then there's
and then there's Eden. Yeah.
And then Compton.
No.
and
so,
then Compton.
so I come from a place where 102 Jams was known as the dirty state.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And so I was immediately drawn to this.
You're from one of those towns, huh?
Yes. But no, I give Eden a lot of shit, but it's actually a nice place to grow up. Anyway, I digress.
Big shout out to Eden.
Not really. Anyway,
No shout out. I take the shout out back,
no.
actually.
All right, so I'm gonna start. Okay. I'll save my honorable mentions for last.
The dirty station.
Yeah.
Ain't wrong.
So bad.
All right, so my number 5, and I'm sorry about the overlap, but I got DMX at number 5.
You're good.
There's no overlap. I just
Yeah.
touched on it.
Right.
It's good. I
Mr.
touched on every rapper in the history.
Mr. Earl Simmons
That
from
sounded
Yonkers.
so dirty coming out of your mouth. I took out all the rappers.
He came out. He had a lot of early appearances in the early '90s with Jay-Z, fucking Ja Rule, and then he really broke out in '98 with his debut album, "It's Dark and Hell Is Hot."
It's dark.
He
Hell
was on
is hot.
4321 too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I
that
touched on
album gave us the iconic Rough Riders anthem,
Yes.
which some of us sing to this day. Yeah.
Just the
Have
way
you
it
ever
starts.
seen? Wait, have you ever seen it live?
No.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
it's moving.
Oh,
Nice.
I bet.
Oh, it's amazing. I saw him open
And
up
he was
for
on the
Nas.
Hard Knock Live tour,
I saw
right?
him open up for Nas.
Was DMX on Hard Knock Live?
Yes.
Yes,
he was.
I saw that.
The
I
Rough
saw-
Riders,
yeah.
the whole shit, Jig,
Yeah.
all that,
Yeah,
all
That
that.
money cash shows.
What
all
I-
that.
Was Ja Rule on that shit too? On that tour? Sorry, Brian's gonna talk. Brian's
Where's
gonna talk
Ja?
more.
Where's Ja?
Don't be talking about my number one.
Brian's
favorite
gonna
rapper
talk
like that.
more about Ja Rule.
we
in a
talking
minute.
about
Ja
number one.
do.
But no, what I think, talking about DMX, what I think is very impressive is that his debut album, his debut album came out in February of '98, and then his fucking
Yes,
follow-up
Flesh of
came
My
out in
Flesh.
December of 1998.
Flesh of My
Flesh of My
Flesh.
Flesh, Blood of My Blood came out. I mean, this guy is, amazing, and at the same time, like, fucking frightening.
Yes.
Can I read you a lyric right
No,
now?
please, go ahead.
DMX said, "I fuck with these hoes from a distance. The instant they start to catch feelings, I start stealing their shit. Then I'm out, just like a thief in the night. I sink my teeth into bite. You thinking life, I'm thinking more like, what's up tonight? Come on, Ma. You know I got a wife.
That was like lyrics by Jack Handy on Saturday Night Live, but DMX version.
The minute they start to catch feelings, I start stealing their shit. DMX, don't come around my
Zero
my
fucks
daughter,
given.
yo. Don't come around the women in my life, please.
Are you more worried about? Well, he was stealing their shit to buy crack.
stealing
So
their-
I mean,
I mean, this guy he seems so
my God.
unhinged, I feel like in any second he'd show up and murder my whole family.
No doubt.
But have a good reason for it.
Right. Like, we definitely wronged him.
And barking.
Who hurt you?
Barking at me and
Barking
shit.
while he's doing it.
Okay, and that's for number 5.
Right.
So good.
So my number
So
4 is let's see, one half of the recent supergroup Run the Jewels. His name is LP. His real name's Jamie, aka El Producto, aka Laserface. He's from Brooklyn. He's a rapper. He's a fucking hella producer. He's amazing when it comes to creating music. But he can spit it just as hard.
Yep.
So at 18, he met DJ Mr. Lin, and he formed Company Flow back when he was 18, like I said. And then Big Just joined, and then they put out their first EP, Fun Crusher, and then they immediately jumped onto Raucous, and then
Company Flow was that underground shit.
Oh, yeah.
Raucous still around?
And I gravitate to the underground shit. They jumped onto Raucous, but then they immediately fucking hated it. They put out a full-length album, Fun Crusher Plus, but then they immediately left, and then they jumped onto LP's Def Jux label that he created. His solo work, he came out with Fantastic Damage. That's one of my all-time favorite fucking albums. I'll Sleep When You're Dead, Cancer for Cure.
No, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll sleep when you're dead.
I'll sleep when you're dead, motherfucker. But and then later on, he had a meeting at Adult Swim in Atlanta at Cartoon Network, and he was there doing like giving input on their bumper music, and that's where he met Killer Mike in Atlanta. And so after
The rest
that,
is history.
Killer Mike asked him to come produce rap music for him, and so that began, their relationship, which has blossomed.
Yeah.
And I love their collaboration. So number 4, I've got a man called MF Doom.
Is this
No, it's
number 4 or number 3?
Number 3.
Number 3, I'm so
It's
sorry.
okay.
MF Doom. MF Doom is right up my alley, okay? I'm the comic book nerd, and this guy is just as big a comic
He's the
book nerd.
villain.
Yeah.
He
is, for
is.
The mad villain.
His real name is
Mask.
Daniel Dumile. I think that's
Goulet.
Goulet. He's also
From
known as the
KMD.
villain, aka Metalface, aka Victor Vaughn. I love the supervillain persona that he's created for himself. I love his fucking custom Dr. Doom-esque mask that he fucking wears all the time. He's worked with amazing artists, Madlib, Danger Mouse, Ghostface. I think they just did a Czarface album.
Czarface versus
Yeah.
Doom. Yeah.
Yeah. MF Doom is really obscure and nerdy.
He's a
and
weirdo.
he is a fucking weirdo.
We love him.
And also, I love the fact that he embraces the lo-fi kind of musical style where he likes the fact that there's indiscrepancies and imperfections in the music. It adds to what he's doing.
That's why Mad Villain was so successful, because it was him and
Love
Madlib.
it. I love
And
it.
Madlib is the same way.
Yeah.
He's one of the only guys with access to the congressional library.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
he goes in and finds every little imperfection and fucking loops it.
Yeah, enhances it
It's
even.
it's undescribable.
Yeah.
But that's why Mad Villain was so successful, because you get them two together. It's fucking weird, but incredibly weird.
Very enjoyable.
Chalk it up to enjoyable.
What number 2?
You're in number 2.
Number 2.
We got you.
Number 2, straight out of ATL, Killer Mike.
Wah, 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 wah.
AKA Michael Render. This guy is a fucking beast.
Yep.
He is lyrically, he's amazing, and he's actually out in his community and actually doing some good
Yeah,
shit.
he is.
Yeah, he is.
He's
Catch a beat running like Randy Moss.
Like
Yeah.
Randy Moss.
That's my shit.
he was an early collaborator with Outkast. He's actually Big Boy's little brother's
Polo
friend,
to the Floto.
right? And so that's how he got his exposure with Outkast. This guy is amazing. Like I said, I touched on it earlier where LP produced his album Rap Music. It sounds amazing. It's just really raw work, and then And then after that, he did. I'm a big fan of Pledge Allegiance to the Grind 1 and 2. I really like 2 better. But and then after that, he kind of got with LP, and LP's been kind of making his music for him, which, God, they're fucking perfect for each other.
Yeah.
And let's see, where am I? Number one on the list, Mr. Tony Stark's Ghostface Killer. Out of Staten Island.
Fucking love
Shaolin.
From the slums of Shaolin. He's taken on the Iron Man, Tony Stark. I love how he says Tony Starks.
Yeah.
just to
He don't give a
differentiate
fuck.
himself, man. He can't. Iron Man album is.
Dude's got a gold hawk on his arm.
He is by far. I love Wu-Tang. I
seen
love
that.
all these motherfuckers, but he is by far the best lyricist. I
Highly
think.
underrated is Bulletproof Wallets. Love
Yeah.
that.
That is
album.
underrated. It's
Very underrated.
Probably the worst of his.
It's
catalog,
highly underrated.
but it is underrated.
Yo,
Yes.
I like Bulletproof Wallets.
But come on, you can't argue with Iron Man. You can't argue with Supreme Clientele. You can't fuck.
Supreme Clientele
And then
is top five.
out of nowhere, we get Fish Scale. Holy shit, that album was awesome.
Bars.
Oh my
Bars.
god.
Bars.
Anytime I want to get hype, I'll just put on the Champ and just have them fucking like talking me up like I'm ready for the fucking boxing match, man. Fish Scale's amazing. Ghostface is by far the best. Honorable mention. One of the amazing originators, Mr. Cool Keith. Cool Keith, Dr. Octagon, Dr. Doom, Black
Octagon.
Elvis.
Black Elvis, that's right.
This guy was being different when it was not popular.
Not at
different.
all.
And I love him for that. And that's what I got.
Great list, Jerry.
God damn
Like
it!
that.
All
I
right.
love it where this is going. Hercules. Before we get to Mateo, we're going to take a quick little timeout for a sponsor break. A big thank you to one of our sponsors, Jeff Beal, and his team at Throwback Custom Cars in Raleigh, North Carolina. For over 30 years, they have specialized in classic car restoration as well as residential/commercial automation technology and audio-video systems. There is no project too big or too small, and they work all across the U.S. To set up a consultation, contact Jeff at 919-235-8337 or go to throwbackcustomcars.com and fill out the Contact Us form.
I got a what's the guy's name? Over the top.
Lincoln
Shit.
Lincoln
Hawk.
Hawk.
I got a Lincoln Hawk.
I immediately think of the villain Bull Hurley.
That was the first thing you thought of. What the fuck?
Like
Not
lifting
even
weights,
the kid.
lifting
Not
weights
even
in
the
a
kid's
truck,
name.
and
The
Bull
bad guy.
Hurley.
Like, is that what they do with the right hand when they're riding
Yeah,
truck?
Yeah. Fuck shifting.
Oh my god, dude, get Kushner in here and mention fucking Over the Top. It'll be a goddamn hour.
So I just had to Lincoln Hawk this shit and turn this hat backwards.
It's like a switch.
By the way, this hat was in dedication to Sean Price when he died.
Yes, sir.
There's
Big
a
up Sean
Decepticon
Price.
symbol
Helter
on the
Skelter.
side. Helter Skelter. Oh, Smith and Wesson.
Boot Camp Click.
Sean
Bucktown.
P.
Bucktown,
he's,
baby.
He's.
R.I.P., baby.
I dare.
I wish.
I double dare you, motherfucker.
What is that shit Cedric the Entertainer does?
He
was
said,
like, white people hope.
hope that nobody's
people-
sitting in this seat.
We wish.
I wish a motherfucker sitting in my seat.
We believe in wish.
Well, on that note, I wish a motherfucker would come up on Sean P. Sean Price is the nicest on mic devices. At any rate, okay, so I've got a list here. I've got a list like 3 pages
Focus,
long because
man. Tell Stout to holla at me, man.
those guys don't count. Jay-Z, no,
Yeah.
I can't do that. So I'm gonna list some goats that I think belong in the same conversation.
Okay.
As the Illmatics,
Okay.
as the Nas, as the
Sure.
Big, as the Jay-Z, as the Pac, and the Big L absolutely belongs up there.
No doubt. R.I.P.
Rest in peace to Big L. But he was before his time. He gave Jay-Z a run for his money.
Now, I want to say something about that. We were talking about this last night. Anybody who hasn't fucking heard Big L, go on YouTube and search for a Stretchin' Bobbito freestyle with him and Jay-Z that's 16 minutes long.
Yeah.
That shit,
You see, I mean,
shit is banana land, man.
all I got for hoes is hard dick and bubble gum. Real talk, man. Word. We can never be a couple, hun. All I got for hoes is hard dick and bubble gum. So rest in peace to Big L. Big L.
Can you
He was
imagine?
before his time. Jay-Z,
Yeah.
he made Jay-Z, like, 'cause that was early Jay-Z when he was like,
Right.
Yeah, he was a twister rapper.
Yeah.
The Hawaiian shirts and
Give me
shit.
those. Give me this. Give me that.
Hawaiian soapy shit. So, but Big L,
Hawaiian.
Jay-Z pretty much mirrored his shit off of Big L. Like he's what Big L would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And imagine what
Yeah.
could have been.
What could
Yeah.
have been.
So you're saying
So-
Big Al would have been married to
Such a
Beyonce?
shame. Fucking shame.
I mean, he
Is
might
that
have had
weird?
Solange though.
It's crazy though.
He would have had one of Destiny's Child.
She's
One
the
of them.
fighter.
Destiny Children.
Remember when she slapped his ass in the
One of them
elevator? Fucking
Solange fucked
Yeah,
that.
shit.
that shit was staged.
Good for you. No, I don't think it was.
That
I
didn't
don't think
look
it
fake.
was. I don't think it was.
Because I think one of
they
the
know how to
bodyguards was
fucking-
dragging her out. I think she tried to kick him.
I don't think it was staged. And he took all of that.
Yeah, he did.
Hove took all of that.
Because I think he just got caught.
Oh,
did get
yeah.
caught.
He did
Like,
get caught.
like,
yeah.
I think he got caught like that day.
Yeah. Like 5
So,
minutes before.
There was a whole lot of.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Sorry.
So we're gonna continue
all
with the
good.
goats. I believe you mentioned him, Lady Love, Cool James. When everybody always says, when did you fall in love with hip hop? Right. I fell in love with hip hop when I saw the video for "I'm Bad," and that shit, like, whenever it comes on, I'm spitting the whole thing. His hat is like a shark's fin. Did you know that? Okay. Yeah. That's what,
Yes, I did know that.
Forget Oreos. Eat Cool J cookies.
What movie was that from? That was on a soundtrack. He was in
many soundtracks.
He was in the movie with
In
the
Too
show-
Deep?
Into no,
Like Mackay
no,
Five?
when Into Deep. No.
Back
the,
to
the
Mackay
shark
Five.
movie.
Oh, with the shark movie.
That was where that was
Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, Deep Blue
Why does
Sea.
Mackay Five keep getting brought up on these
Fucking
fucking
shark ate me.
episodes?
I just saw Paid in Full again the other night.
Yo, that's always on.
Yo, Mackay Five,
You
join the
catch it,
podcast.
Peace
We
to
give you a
Mackay
shout
Five.
out every episode.
Even though that's not
Every
even
time
his
I watch
own-
Yo.
every time I watch Paid in Full, I want to fucking kill Cameron.
Kill Cameron.
It makes me
Cameron.
never want to listen to his music
Oh my
again.
God!
Like, you
he's such a
motherfucker.
shithead in that movie, but I
Yes.
think he's playing himself.
Yeah, maybe.
So
What,
okay,
he's like
what,
Joaquin
what I'm
Phoenix
paying
in
for your
Gladiator.
paper bag games now?
Cameron, you ready for your role?
fucking Cameron. But not for nothing, he doesn't belong in this conversation, but he belongs in a conversation. Cameron is
got his
witty
own
as
thing.
hell.
Look,
He's
that-
very
some of that
witty.
Dipset
He is.
stuff.
Like
in the
if I were
early
to see
mid-2000s.
Fab versus Cameron,
Right.
that would be entertaining as fuck. Like I would
Right.
pay per view for
Sure.
that. I would do that. At any rate, Guru is my
Yes.
next guy.
Yes.
I'm glad you said that.
Right. One of my favorite tracks of all time is "In the Clouds"
Oh, above the clouds.
with "Above the Clouds."
That one too.
Above the Clouds. With,
We got the fact
Inspector
checker
Deck.
here.
Nice.
But
I know we do have the hip hop police in here.
thank you. I was dumb.
I tried to drop a bulletproof wallets thing, and he's like, "That's the worst one ever." Sorry, man.
Yeah, you're right though. It is.
I mean, I thought it was.
It
the
was
worst ghost.
underrated,
It's
though.
the worst ghost.
Yeah.
Out of
That's
like
like saying-
fucking.
That's like saying that's the best Ja Rule.
Dangerous is the worst Michael Jackson album.
Yeah, like,
You know what I mean?
I
Right.
fucked the
Right.
worst playmate. You know, like,
right. Miss April is still fine as fuck. Okay, it may not be Miss July, but she's still fine.
damn, I'm still
But she's not into what I
still at the mansion, motherfucker.
Man, so all right, you already said motherfucking Doom, so
That was a good one.
that was a great one.
super villain.
He is a villain. Like, Mad Villain is top 5 album.
It's so good.
Top 5 albums. Accordion. You got other. You already said. You already
We'll
said.
have an episode on
So,
albums.
okay, so this is a
remember all
conversation that I've
caps.
always wanted to have with you because you are the Redman guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Okay?
yeah.
And I'm not gonna.
I got you.
So, my preference. No, that's not right.
Out with it.
I'm gonna ask you, Redman or Busta.
Redman.
That was so quick,
I
man.
know.
He didn't even.
And you'll
think.
see when you get to
That
my.
was so
You'll see when you get to
quick.
my top 5. And don't get me wrong, that would be an epic battle because they are on a lot of remixes together.
Yes.
You know, they're on the Pharaoh Monch fucking "Shut the Hell Up" or what? police me on this one.
Yeah, no,
Get
you're
the
right.
hell up.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah, no, it's Simon Says.
Yeah.
Simon Says.
Simon Says. That's it.
Simon Says, shut the fuck
and
up.
then, they're together on The Goodness. And even on that track, I can't pick which verse I like better, to be honest with you. Like, I love Busta's verse on The Goodness, and I love Redman's verse on it.
Okay.
But
So here's
just
the
out
thing.
of preference, I got to go Red.
I agree. So here's the thing. You're Redman. I'm not going to bring that up. So I'm going to bring up Busta Rhymes. Okay. So he's going to talk about Redman. I'm going to talk
I'm
about
still going to
Busta.
talk about Busta.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right,
That's
so-
all right. our lists are going to, they're going to mash up here and there.
What
So.
else do I have? Oh, God damn.
list, man.
All right, it's incredible.
I'm looking at
Yeah,
So,
my handwriting.
oh,
Like,
this.
I was going to talk
Okay,
about
so-
him.
I'm like, boom.
No. Lupe Fiasco
yes.
will murder just about anyone you can think of aside from Black Thought. And that is my word. Like, he challenged Mos Def, and Mos Def was like, nah, I can't, I'm sorry. I was playing.
I got
that
this
day.
thing.
I was,
I gotta-
see, I was, man, I
checking
was
into
just
the
playing
savings.
though, like. But that was amazing. Like Lupe was like, "Yeah, man, let's do it." Mos Def totally tapped out, like a little bitch,
Wow.
which I hate because he's from Brooklyn and he has some of my favorite music, but he's dumb. You mentioned Rakim.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Big Daddy Kane?
So, Big Daddy Kane, like, even before LL, Big Daddy Kane was like a sex symbol. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Like he is like, Big Daddy Kane's hard as fuck, dude.
No,
You
but that's
listen
what
to
I'm saying,
Jay-Z,
like-
some of these other guys, they'll talk about Big Daddy Kane. I mean, he's an influencer of everything that we see today.
I respect Rakim's influence.
Yeah.
And I respect the position that you put him in. I respect the position that a lot of people put him in.
Yeah.
But my preference would be Big Daddy Kane.
Listen, man, it's Coke or Pepsi, man.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? I mean, that's the great thing about these lists, man. They're all subjective.
Exactly.
Big
Exactly.
Daddy
And to me, Big
None of
Daddy-
us are
Big
wrong.
Yeah, Big Daddy, that's what we were saying yesterday. It's like there's no wrong
you're
list.
wrong.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. We are going to get to some, some fans chimed in, and our Jordan Brown. We'll get to his
Jordan-
list here in a little
Jordan's
bit.
His list is so cute.
He can't help
It's
it,
so
though.
cute.
Yeah, well, your name, I'm not even going to say.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll get into that here in a little bit.
I'm
but,
missing
my
his
thing with,
adorable
with,
face,
Big Daddy
actually.
Kane and
I think that's
Rakim real quick.
important.
I think both of their flow is smooth as shit, especially for the time period. I mean, it's effortless. They made hip hop just seem so easy, and it's not. You know what I mean? That's all I got.
It was flawless almost.
Yeah.
It was flawless hip hop.
Yeah.
But between the two, my guy is LL Cool J. And it's weird. Like, I feel bad saying that. Because I know who Rakim is.
Yeah.
He's the God MC.
It's just- it's-
and I know who Big Daddy Kane is.
Right.
But when hip hop happened to me,
Sure.
that shit was LL
And
Cool
it's all
J.
it's all gonna be different
they
for
have
everybody.
different places.
Exactly.
In the in the hierarchy, or they have different lanes.
So I'm gonna pull some West Coast shit.
Yeah. And this
Now-
is important. I wanna say something when you bring that up.
Doggy Style.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Snoop Doggy Dogg. When he was Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Like deep cover.
Deep cover. It's
No Limit.
Holy
187
Pre
on
No
the
Limit
motherfucking
Snoop.
car.
Yeah. That shit don't
Because
even
he hasn't
count.
been the same
We
since he
forgot
left
about
that, bro.
You know what? He's got hits though, and
Yeah.
he's got hits.
I will
Yeah.
say one
the
thing.
Pharrell shit. The, like,
You talk about when you fell in love with hip hop. I fell in love with
cover.
hip hop for the video, the video of Dre Day.
Yeah.
When Snoop comes in on Dre Day, that's like his first like
a
real
Halifax gangster lane.
dude. That is, I feel like that changed hip hop.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that like, even though like Dre was like the mastermind, he created that whole G-Funk sound. Like Snoop was, he was like a fucking game changer, man. Like it just unlike anything that I've heard. I love Snoop.
I mean, to that note, too, to interject real quick. I mean, we said deep cover twice already. That's when I first heard Snoop.
Yeah.
so
And
good.
that was on the
that
what
was on the
soundtrack was
deep
that?
cover.
Deep cover.
soundtrack.
But that was
But I mean, the beat alone is sick as
Wow,
shit.
wow.
The
they
beat
didn't
just
have
comes
a
on.
video for that.
No, they did.
Did they?
They had to. So
I
here's-
didn't
So
see.
here's a little funny
Yes, there was
backstory
a
about
video.
it. Snoop is at the time young, super camera shy, and Dre was like, "Look, we need to do this video," and he's like, I ain't doing no motherfucking video. I write the songs, I sing the shit, that's it. So Dre scooped him up and was like, oh, we're going to go down to like In-N-Out Burger or whatever the fuck, get something to eat. He drives him onto the set. He was like, we're here. We're doing a video. And if you watch the deep cover video, like Snoop's hat's all the way down. He's just sitting there just kind of rapping and shit. And it's 187 on a motherfucking cop.
Yeah. Creep with me. Oh, man.
His verse on Dre
Snoop
there.
Eastwood.
Shout out to Kushner.
Shout
Are
out
we
to-
going to deep cover now?
Shout out to Uncle Snoop.
Larry Fishburne.
Yeah, it was Larry back then.
It was.
Larry Fishburne.
He didn't turn into Lawrence.
It wasn't Lawrence until The Matrix.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, who else? What did you say? Oh, okay, so.
You got
No. Okay,
got
wait.
them all,
Did
dude.
I already said we already talked about Lupe, right? Lupe and Sean Price. Those guys. Oh, God damn it. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is talk about Snoop or Ice Cube. Because Ice Cube to me belongs in the Illmatic.
Yeah, he does. I agree.
He belongs. He made It Was a Good Day, and that is like, it's a flawless hip hop chart. It's flawless. It's a flawless
And it's
song.
a universal
It's a
hip-hop
flawless
song.
song. Everyone knows it. To this day, everyone knows it
And loves it.
Yep.
and loves it.
Yeah.
What's not to I mean, Ice Cube's a pimp. Drunk
I
as
didn't even
hell,
have to
but
use
no
my
throwing
AK.
up. Halfway home, man, my page is still blowing up.
Three-wheel motion.
I get it, man. Even back though,
I didn't even know what three-wheel motion was back then.
I tell you what, I, always wanted an Impala.
I did
after that
have
video.
the word.
I still want an Impala to this day because of that video.
Even back though, Lil Joe.
They call it hydraulics.
Cube's the best.
I fucked around.
That's that hydroponic shit.
I fucked around and picked up a triple double
Cube's the best.
on this day.
He is the best
I don't hear myself.
West Coast rapper.
Turn it up.
He's
Greatest.
at the top
He's
of
the
the
greatest
list.
West Coast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue that.
I don't.
Although Snoop would be in the
Snoop's up there.
conversation.
He's
he
definitely
would be
in the
in the
running.
conversation.
No doubt.
He's in
I
the
just think
conversation.
that Cube's body of work is timeless.
Altogether, like movies and shit.
Yeah. Also, you know, I feel like Snoop hasn't really stood the test. Like his longevity isn't there the way.
Well, I mean, Ice Cube was NWA. He wrote all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that Snoop was Death Row.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Yeah, look.
Yeah. No, I
Dude,
agree
he
with
fucking
that.
hosts a game show now.
Well, he's got
but-
3 television shows.
Yeah.
The fucking Martha,
He's on with Martha Stewart,
shit.
which is a
Ice
fucking
Cube
amazing
makes-
idea.
Ice
Multimedia.
Cube
Love it.
makes family movies.
Yeah.
The dude that makes family
Yeah,
movies?
we don't do politics here, but fucking watch Snoop Dogg on Instagram. He does not like the president. he lets it
He's
be known.
not shy at all.
He's not shy.
Hey, Killer
Fucking
Mike's the
Snoop
same way,
Dogg.
too.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he run for like governor or some shit?
Oh, Killer Mike?
Yeah.
I thought he was
Or
running
like
for some
say
office.
Senate or some seat.
I don't think
or
he's
some shit.
run for anything yet, but he's
has a
probably
platform.
on his way to,
Okay.
or
Nowadays.
at least some kind of
Anything is
local
possible.
Georgia seat or something.
And Ghostface is he was my number one for a very long time. Very long time. Then I had to, be smart and shit. But like
was
as
that
far
a,
as
was
as
that
far
a
as-
read?
As far as Wu-Tang goes,
Nobody knows.
Ghostface was my favorite for his storytelling, for his
Yes.
delivery. Supreme Clientele is a classic album. My favorite album of all time is Only Built for Cuban Links.
Yes. Raekwon.
Purple Tape.
The Purple Tape.
Yo.
I
He-
must have
he
owned
definitely
it
helped
4
that album
times
out
in
a
the
lot.
1 year of 1995.
So many motherfuckers have stolen that shit from me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you it's probably one of the most
I
stolen
swear to God.
CDs and cassettes of all time. I
That is
guarantee
the
you.
most stolen
Yes,
shit
it is.
that I've ever owned.
No bullshit.
And
Yeah.
I was an idiot because I kept buying it.
Yo,
But
can I
this
borrow
was
this?
before,
Nah,
before
homie.
streaming.
And the rest of your
yeah.
friends were like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got it.
Yeah, buy that. Yeah, buy that. You should buy that. Yo, I'm gonna borrow
Yo,
this.
can I get a dub though? Can you record that shit for me? Side A and B. Damn. All right. So you know what, Brian, man, I need to hear from you.
I don't think he has any left.
No,
I'm
no.
good.
There's
Good.
still Tribe. There's still.
Yeah, there's still a bunch left.
I'm not gonna say anything else.
He almost, Ezekiel almost made it on my list.
Who is it that does that shit?
Jada.
Oh, fucking no.
Jada.
Uh,
Al Qaeda Jada.
no, but
Jadakiss too.
What's his name? Andy Samberg
Fabulous.
does that shit too.
Dude,
On the Lonely
Fab
Island
is so
album.
underrated.
Fab is immensely underrated. Immensely underrated. The Soul Tape Chronicles. I think there's 3 of them.
I don't see Ja Rule on that list.
You won't.
Oh, wait a minute. He's on this list.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like,
Ja Rule. Fucking.
Damn,
Would I be
I forgot
without
to
you?
fucking call him out on Post
So
Malone.
I was
Shit.
working at 102 at the time, and fucking Ja Rule was like the Summer Jam guy.
Yeah.
Whatever. What is it? Summer Jam.
Super Jam.
Super Jam.
Super
Yeah.
Jam.
It's Summer Jam in New York.
Sorry.
Hot 97.
Hot 97.
Shout out.
Hot Nicks.
Shout out to Angie.
In MetLife. Oh,
Fine-ass Angie Martinez.
Angie Martinez. Shout out to Angie Mar. Hey,
Puerto
I bought that first album. Go, yo.
I was one of the few that bought it too. We still love you, though.
On support. Yeah, this is on support. She had the flag and shit. Anyway.
Shout out to Charlemagne. Lighten up.
Fuck Charlamagne.
Lighten up.
Hey,
God,
this
my
is-
ass. Anytime you call yourself the God, you know you're about to be set up.
up,
some
man.
He deserves like an open-handed slap.
Yeah, what
So
we got
I'm
time on,
surprised
Robert?
nobody's
Coming from the top.
Robert.
I can't believe nobody's tried to hit his
Roberto.
fucking ass.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
We'd like to take the time to thank one of our sponsors, Andrew Newman, attorney at law. Located here in Greensboro, North Carolina, he can assist you with your criminal as well as traffic violations, and his practice includes Guilford, Forsyth, as well as all surrounding counties. To set up a free consultation, you can contact him at 336-663-2388, and you can also visit him on his website, attorneynewman.com. All right. So we'll edit out some
Are you
of that
sure?
shit.
Oh, no. Don't be Charlamagne.
I'm not Charlemagne. What the fuck's going on?
I'll be DJ Easy Dick.
I was getting ready to do my AKA
In
again.
the jail, bro.
I was going to do that one time. DJ, no, I was going to do DJ Salty Nuts.
Salty Nuts.
Because I am salty as fuck.
W balls.
Everybody's got to hear the hits. All right, let me get into this motherfucker right here. So this was, I've been looking forward to this episode for a long time.
Oh my God.
I have redone this list probably 25 times this week, and I decided to just honestly go off of 5 rappers that, as soon as they're on the radio or whatever the fuck it is, even my iTunes on shuffle, I just can't shut them off. So, I mean, that's just what I want to go off of. Of course, I'm going to have some honorable mentions on there, and there might be some better SCs out there. A lot of these guys aren't even in a lot of people's top 10s or even top 20s.
There's nothing wrong with
but,
that, man.
that's what I'm going off of. So, number 5, I'm going to go ahead and go with Mr. Busta Bus.
Yep.
Since he was, I heard him on Just Another Case of Battle, PTA, on the Leaders of the
Leaders
New
of the
School
New
shit.
School, LONS.
I was just like, okay, we're on to something here.
Oh, what
And
was the other shit?
He
with
did
the
a scenario.
Row, row, like a dungeon dragon. Yeah.
So after those two, I was hooked, and then I saw him live back in '98 at Smoking Grooves tour. So he opened up, like I said, for the Fugees, fucking Cypress Hill. And it was early, so there was not a lot of people up in the front. A lot of people were in the lawn seats at this amphitheater in Michigan where I lived at the time. This motherfucker gets on stage, and he didn't give a shit. He was like, I ain't performing just in front of like 25 motherfuckers. And, of course, the lawn seats were packed. He was like, y'all, come on up.
Yeah.
People start brushing
Sneak
over.
these
And I
seats
was
while
like,
these
and we were like
people
not
aren't
even
here.
that close. And I was like, well, fuck this. We're going to go up front.
Busta said it was okay.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And I tell you what, man, stage performance presence was just fantastic.
He
And
was
he's
so
always
animated back then, though.
Oh,
It was like,
between the music videos, he was like
Hype
right
Williams
before-
helped him
oh,
out
Hype Williams,
tremendously.
yes.
Those
before
videos
Missy
were awesome.
got on her, because he was also blowing up on videos
Right.
too, but he was pre-Missy, where he just
Yeah,
did whatever the
yeah,
fuck
that's
he
a
wanted.
really
Oh, yeah.
good. That's a really good.
That Woo-Ha
connection,
video?
man.
Yeah. Oh,
the Woo-Ha video.
that's how it all started.
It fucked me up because he had the Jordan 11s on, and they were brand new, and they weren't even out in stores yet. And I'm like, oh my God, he had those fucking patent leather shits.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
from
lost
that
it.
to put your hands where my eyes can see, the dangerous,
I
the
think that
lethal
might be
weapon fucking video, like the dude was a game changer.
You know what song
That might be
love?
the greatest video in hip hop. The fucking doo-dum-dum.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Put your hands where my eyes can see,
Yeah,
the coming to
yeah,
America
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the song I love of his is the duet with Janet Jackson. You got to go back and listen to that shit. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I heard that not too long ago, and I was just like, God, I forgot about this shit.
But even like on all of Busta's like early shit, the first 3 tracks, they were like, they grabbed you.
Yeah.
You in the
They grabbed
face.
you.
Yeah.
What- Like
Yeah, they hooked you in. I mean, from Extinction Level Event,
extinction level event.
you know, we got Anarchy, The Coming, his first
The Coming.
album is the fucking, God, that's the
Put
shit.
your hands behind his feet when he's brushing his teeth.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, it was always, and even nowadays too, and that's, we talked about longevity with rappers.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Busta is, even to this day, when he does a guest verse on someone else's shit, I can't wait to
Well,
hear
he was
his
just
verse.
on the new Tribe shit. You
Yeah.
know,
Yes.
the
Oh,
song
he's
that
all over that
he was
album.
all
Oh,
over
His
that.
verses are
apparently-
fantastic.
Apparently, there's this fucking Busta Rhymes album that's out, but not out. Like everybody, like fucking Ninth Wonder,
Yeah, Ninth
Rhapsody.
Wonder,
Everybody's
Pete Rock.
like, "Oh my god, this Busta shit is the incredible."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
New shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not out yet.
Apparently, it's a
I've been
classic.
doing some research on it, but
Apparently
they
it's a
say
classic
it's a banger.
from like heads in the fucking
Speaking of Ninth Wonder,
game.
he's doing Black Thought's doing a solo album, and Ninth Wonder's producing it, and that shit's coming out in a couple months. That shit's supposed to be
Nice.
fucking dope too.
Yeah, don't sleep on Ninth because
Yeah.
he did
Yes.
shit. He did some Black Moon shit. He did one of Sean Price's shit. He's got
Ninth Wonder's fucking
and
amazing.
Fonte.
We do
So
need to
let's
have
not
a
front
producer.
on
We're gonna have a
Fonte.
producer
Page High
episode.
School. Let's go.
Our little brother. What, you can't get your hands on that Busta shit? I thought you were the guy.
That shit that's out, but
The guy
not.
behind the guy
I thought
behind the
you
guy
were the
behind the
fucking-
guy.
You know what? Now that you ask me,
Yeah, you're gonna make it your
ain't
your
nothing but a
life's
phone call.
I'm gonna make it my last goal.
I'm gonna have it by 7 p.m. Let's go.
It's 30 minutes away.
To wrap up,
I'll be there in 10.
wrap up Busta real quick. Some of my favorite
Oh, just
just
sending the wolf?
shit that he's on. The Flavor in Your Ear remix, his line on that. We mentioned Scenario. Look at Me Now. He fucking crushes it on that.
Yeah.
He's on
Oh,
the
he
Simon
does.
Says remix.
Did
Victory
you see him
with
do the
Diddy.
"Look at Me Now" live
Yeah.
at the radio station?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I mean, it's amazing. Oh my God, on Tribe shit. Even the fucking the Monstar shit, the fucking Hit 'em High. Big shout out to Space Jam. Like I mentioned earlier, The Goodness with Method Man and Redman, and honestly, one of my favorite, just his appearances and verses ever, the Annie Up remix. That shit gets me so fucking hyped.
Yeah.
It is. It
Annie
is
Up gets me
unreal.
hyped
Yeah.
regardless.
Yes.
Annie Up gets me hyped regardless, but the remix though, it takes it up. It takes it up a notch.
Wasn't Remy Ma on that shit?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
She's like,
Jesus.
when I can bring pun back, bring pun
Bring
back.
pun back.
Yeah. And then it drops the
Pun
fucking.
back. Pun back. We need him.
So number 4, I got good old Andre 3000 on here.
I
Yeah.
was gonna
I
interrupt
know.
you because I didn't think he was gonna be on your list.
Oh yeah, no.
But thank
had to
you
put
for-
him on there. Like I
thank you
said,
for doing that.
I redid this list so many fucking times. Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music dropped in April 26, 94. And to me, I mean, forever changed the hip hop landscape, especially in Atlanta.
Shit.
Yeah.
It is just a fantastic album. I went back and forth too, because to me, no disrespect to Big Boy, I think he is top 10 worthy. I actually had him on the list for a second as far as top 5, took him off. Him and Andre, as far as groups go, and we'll get into that podcast when it happens. One of the greatest groups of all time.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But that track especially, from the intro to Let
mean,
You
they
Know,
put
Ain't
Southern-
No Thing,
they
Hootie
put
Hoo.
Southern
I was gonna
rap
say
on
they
the
put
map,
Atlanta
dude.
on the map.
You know
Period.
what I mean? I mean, for real.
Period.
Like, there's more than just East and West, Like, there's some shit going down in the South, too.
Exactly.
They did for Atlanta what Nelly did for St. Louis. Yeah.
I like what you were trying to do there.
Say lunatics.
Let's not.
You ever had your penis go inside? That's what that was.
Oh, God.
That was for you.
Yeah, so just to touch on, same thing. A lot of my top 5. Well, a lot of my top 5. It's 5 fucking people, but a lot of them, to me, also have fantastic verses on other people's shit, which is kind of how I did it. And Andre, same thing. I mean, the Walk It Out remix. I hate the original version of it. I will only listen to the remix because he's on it.
Well, there's 9 remixes.
I just want him and Jim Jones.
What was the other
Is
shit?
Jim Jones. He was on the Throw Some D's remix.
Throw some D's on
Oh
this.
my
And-
God! Yes,
That
what was
one.
That? What was his name? The rapper.
Oh, Paperboy. Or
Was
not
it
Paperboy.
Paperboy?
Chameleonaire.
No.
No,
It was
something
something boy. Shit.
Titty Boy.
We need to. No, that used to be 2 Chainz.
That's 2 Chainz. That's 2 Chainz. I don't know.
Yeah, but that I
we'll
love
fact
that
check
video.
that
Might have been
eventually.
Paperboy. I don't
No,
know.
I think it
Paperboy
was
Paperboy
Paperboy.
was back in the day. Paperboy had that
B.O.I..
track
The
Diddy.
Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy, which is a dope ass West Coast track. Dope Boy. And was it Dope Boy? I don't know.
It was dope.
It doesn't.
Green Light, John Legend.
Paperboy's from
Rich
Atlanta.
Boy.
It was Rich.
Paperboy's from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's on TV.
Players Anthem. I mean, we can go all day
yeah.
about that
Fuck.
one. We can have a whole
So
fucking
good.
podcast
I CC'd
about
every
that
girl
shit.
that I CC around town.
And then
R.I.P.
recently,
Pimp C.
the ends with Travis Scott. He fucking kills it on that. And I mean, he's got honestly probably one of the most popular tracks from 1990 moving forward. I mean, Hey Ya.
Hey Ya?
That shit
Yeah.
comes on the radio. You know he's jamming out to it.
every
You
time.
ain't skipping that.
Every time.
I'll
You ain't
tell you
skipping that
what,
shit.
the way you move is another one that when it comes on.
That's what I'm
Big Boy,
saying.
though.
That's what I'm
Is
saying.
it just Big Boy?
Yeah, that one's just Big Boy. That was when they did the double album.
Yeah,
That was when they
that's
did the
right.
double album.
And they each had.
But they both had 2 bangers that will forever go down in history. That people just you're gonna
The
jam
Love
to.
Below. The Love Below
Exactly.
and
Speaker Box.
Speaker Box.
Keeping it
Got
moving.
a fat sex with 3 X's.
Number 3, I got to go with my man, Mr. Method Man, a.k.a. Hot Nichols, a.k.a. Johnny Blaze,
Iron Lung.
a.k.a. Iron Lung, a.k.a.
Motherfucker.
Tecalion Stallion.
Tecalion
The motherfucker's
Stallion.
got more AKAs in our podcast.
Gun Blaze.
You know, as everybody knows, I am a gigantic fan of the Wu-Tang. Ever since I heard, honestly, just METHOD, man, I was hooked. And when I first heard it, I thought it was
Keep
just
feeding
him.
you. And
Yeah,
feeding
and this is before even all that. Before
had
the
his own
actual
track.
intro.
He had his own
He had
track.
his own track.
On a Wu-Tang debut.
And just
It's
hearing
crazy.
him, and then when I bought the shit, you know, his verses on fucking Protect Your Neck is a fucking banger. And
Not to mention, he was on the double album, Tupac's double album.
oh yeah,
He was.
I'm getting into that.
All Eyes on
that's
Me.
my made up.
All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, to me, the dude is just lyrically fantastic. I think his gusto is. I mean, it just screams from the microphone. Whether if you hear him or you see him live, which if you have not seen Method Man or Redman or both of them together live, please go see it. It is a concert experience. It's not your normal kind of hip hop show where it's just somebody on the mic. I mean, they make the shit seem like you're going.
I don't
to
think
a
they
metal
could
show.
ever tour by themselves.
They have, and I've actually seen them both separate.
I mean, anymore.
once. Right? Yeah. Nowadays, it's either Wu-Tang. I don't even think they
And Red and Meth.
And Red and Meth. Yeah. I agree, and I mean, I've seen Red and Meth probably 7 times. I've seen Method Man once by himself at Cat's Cradle, and then we saw Redman at Old End Club when they changed that shit.
We did.
Yeah.
What? Didn't Smith and Wesson open
Smith and Wesson.
Smith
That's
and
when they
Wesson
changed
opened
their
for them.
name to what they
Cocoa Brothers.
Cocoa Brothers.
Cocoa
That's
Bees.
right. That's right. That's right. Buck Down Records.
Duck Down.
Duck Down.
Man, see, we invested. We in this. We in this.
You know, same thing like Busta Rhymes, as I mentioned before. You know, a lot of these rappers that I have on here, I love their guest verses. You know, his verse on Shadow Boxing on Jizz's album, mind
Dude,
blowing.
that shit is.
That to me is that
Fucking
track.
You put-
that you don't have that
Really?
track without Method Man.
Above
I
Ghost?
love
Above Ghost?
Jizza. I love Ghost, man, but Method Man.
Why
I
is the
agree.
sky blue? Why is water
agree.
wet?
Yeah.
Why did Judas?
I know. Hey, I'm
agree.
not
Romans while
knocking
Jesus
Ghost. It's
slept.
still a great verse, but I just
I judge
the way it states
wisely
off.
between 2 pillars of ivory.
Of course, we got the What on Biggie. Fantastic
The
fucking
only
track.
feature on that album.
That's right. That's right. Recently, he did Trillmatic, where it was him, as well as Redman. Of course, his verse on fucking Ice Cream.
Yes.
And then, just like Saba mentioned, got my mind made up with on Tupac's album with the Dog Pound and Redman. Just a flawless track. Some of my favorite
My
tracks
butter
by
pecan
him.
Ricans.
Bring the Pain. Of course, Protect Your Neck. What the Blood Clot on Takao is one of my
Blood Clot.
favorite. A very, very underrated track. How High, of course. And, you know, he won a Grammy with All I Need with good old Mary J.
Yeah.
He was also Cheese in The Wire.
Cheese Wagstaff.
Yeah, Cheese Wagstaff. And I fucking love him
I've
because
never
he was
seen
Prop
him so
Joe's
happy to
nephew.
die.
Yes, he was.
What was the shit when he was hanging upside down in the video with a straight jacket? When they first came on,
With the hair all
scene,
fucked up,
niggas was
right?
petrified.
Oh, Release Your Death.
Release
Yes.
your death.
Yes. That's right.
And who was his Meth First Chef? That
Oh.
Takao was amazing.
The cow's the shit.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Number 2, we already spread some love to him. Ice Cube. You know, NWA is one of my favorite groups of all time. He pretty much was NWA. He wrote the majority of the fucking Straight Outta Compton album.
The dude that makes family movies?
Exactly. You know, he went on. Everybody knows the story. If you have not seen Straight Outta Compton yet, you know, check it out.
God.
You know, he went on to do America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate, of course, Boys in the Hood, Friday. One of my favorite diss tracks, which
Next
we had
Friday.
this conversation the other night
After
about
Next.
diss tracks. No Vaseline. Predator on the Wicked album, or Wicked. I'm sorry, Wicked on the Predator.
Predator.
album.
No
It's
Predator
fucking
album.
Vaseline, no
fucking-
Vaseline
Predator
was
album.
at Common,
That
right?
was at Common,
and that's
yeah.
that's why I brought that up with the whole. I used to love her.
I was gonna
sparking
ask
that.
you who
Yeah.
you thought won that shit.
Who I thought won what? Dude, No Vaseline is fucking savage.
Okay.
Bro.
Yeah, he don't give a shit, and the beat is dope as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wicked, I mean, we already touched on it was a good day. Flawless track. You know, if you don't know the lyrics to that,
Get
I don't
out.
know what's going on. I don't
Stop
know. You just show
listening
me a
to
blank
us.
screen.
Yeah.
Oh, is your phone dead?
No.
Your mom goes to college.
We're going home.
Mom goes to college.
It's all right.
We got the goodness.
And then, you know, I like I said, I love his hardcore shit. Natural Born Killers with him and Dre is one of my favorite tracks. I like how he can transition to the rock shit too. He did the Children of the Corn track with Corn, and of course we got, you know, we don't have West Side Connection without Ice Cube. We don't have
Dub
Mac
C,
10 and
though.
Dub C.
Dub
So
C.
big shout out to them. And then going to my number one, Brick City native. Redman, a.k.a.
Reggie
Reggie
Noble.
Noble,
Reggie
Funk
Nobles.
Dr. Spock.
Muddy Waters.
This dude, I've just loved ever since Time for Some Action came out. That is one of my all-time favorite
that your
tracks.
favorite
It's actually,
Redman song?
Yes, that's actually all your ringtones too when you call me.
It
It gets me hyped. It gets me ready to go. The sample from Cypress Hill, how I can just kill a man. You know, that Time for Some Action on there is fantastic. A lot of people don't know this. He actually started off as a DJ for Lords of the Underground. So one of my favorite old school rap groups.
Who recently ran for mayor of New Jersey.
No shit.
Yes.
Did not know that.
One of the guys. Yeah, I forgot his name. He
So
didn't win, though.
yeah, Eric Sermon ended
guy.
up finding
Yeah,
him.
the
He
guy.
ended up doing
guy.
Hardcore, and then he did Headbanger on EP&D shit. Then came out with What the Album Went Gold. You know, to me, it's a combination of his ferocity as well as his comedic styles.
His wordplay, though.
His
like,
wordplay.
Lyricism.
He's got
He's a
it all.
lyricist.
He's good.
He's just incredibly entertaining, whether live or in the studio. I mean, his skits where he does the Superman lovers, you know, I think we're up to 9 now.
Yeah.
You know, those shits are fucking hysterical. And then
And-
his robbery skits.
Hold on. For all my 90s kids out there, MTV Cribs. So the show MTV Cribs, they would go to all these people's mansions, and they went to do Redman, and he brought them into the projects.
It wasn't
know
even
he
a
forgot that they were
brownstone.
coming?
It wasn't even a brownstone.
Yeah, he forgot that they were coming. He still had motherfuckers over from the night before, passed
Sleeping
out
on
on the
the floor.
couch.
Sleeping on the
PlayStation just laying on the
He had
ground.
a Nike box full of cash.
Yeah, up on top of the fridge. Yeah.
Redman.
You know, to me, Muddy Waters is one of my favorite CDs by him. Especially,
top 5
those are
also.
actually my 2 favorite skits that he has. The Superman Lover and the Stick Up skits that he has on those 2. On that album is amazing. Favorite tracks, I gotta go. I got a soda.
That is how
That's how we
Brian
met. So backstory: this is how Matthew and I met. I moved here. I met him on the bus. This motherfucker comes walking in the bus, literally. Hey, I got a soda, and I was like,
It's
"Who
only
the
enough
fuck
for one."
is this dude?" It was the only dude on the bus. I picked it up. I was like, "This is Redman."
Y'all can't have a
And
goddamn
I was like,
sip.
I need to be friends with him. And we have been friends ever since. So
Yeah.
please, you know,
God bless
especially
Redman.
For the
So
younger
awesome.
crowd out there, listen to, you know, at least the first 4 Redman albums,
This is
especially
a
for the skits.
motherfucking stick up.
Give me your motherfucking watch, your jewels, your cash. And then I'm going to finish it off with favorite tracks, as I mentioned. Time for Some Action. How High, Let's Get Dirty. I'll Be That is still my shit. The Goodness. Brick City Mashin'. People say, actually, his verse on that new shit on the Wu-Tang's album is fantastic. 4321, LL Cool J.
He's on
Him
like
and Meth.
4 tracks on that new Tang shit.
Yes.
Like,
He is.
he's on
kinda
there
like
more
an
than the
unofficial
Jizza.
member.
He's not.
He's on that Wu-Tang track more than the Jizza is.
And then I love his shit on the De La Soul track. A lot of people forget about. Ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Because he loves fat girls.
When they came back, right? That was
Yep.
on that.
Yep.
That was
That
on
was
that
right when they
shit
came back.
after 10 years or whatever, late 90s.
Was it not the grind date? Was it the grind date?
Oh, no, we'll have to fact check that. But that's going to just about do it for our Hip Hop Top 5 episodes. Be sure
It
to,
ain't, though.
contact us on, either social media or through the website. We want to hear more of your top 5s. And before I forget, we do want to give some love to our fans out there and spread their top 5s. So we'll start off with Skylar from the band My Brother Skylar, a.k.a. Doo-Doo Brown's brother. His top 5 consists of number 5.
I think Jordan's actually Skylar's brother, right? Like, I feel like...
Yeah.
He's got Andre 3000, number 5, Nas, number 4, Eminem, number 3, Kanye, number 2, and Lupe.
Kanye. We'll leave the light on for Kanye whenever he decides to come home.
We will leave the light on.
Motherfucker.
And Lupe at number 1.
Lupe!
I still love her.de on Instagram. She didn't really give me top 5. She was like, just mention these 3. We couldn't have her on the show because the time change. She's in Germany, but she's got Black Thought, Andre, and Rakim. Brooklyn
I like her
Bama.
list.
Yeah. Brooklyn
Me and
Bama
her
on
list.
IG.
Shout out to Double A.
She's got Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Rakim, and Kweli.
He
in no
must have not
particular
heard
order.
the fucking rules.
Well, we didn't post the rules.
I wanted to put Jay-Z on my list.
Would Jay-Z be your number 1?
Yes.
He would need,
And
like,
Big would-
instantly.
and Big's my
Best
number
rapper
2.
alive.
Jay-Z and Big?
And then Black Thought.
My daughter, Mini-Me. Big shout out to Jordan. She's
Love you,
got
Jordan.
Number 5, Travis Scott. Number 4, Missy Elliott. Number 3, Q-Tip. Number 2, Tyler, the Creator.
My nigga.
And then number 1,
Felicia the Goat.
Kendrick Lamar is their number 1.
Kung Fu Kenny.
Our boy
That's an
Danny
awesome
Wheel.
list.
I know. I was very impressed. I was like,
appreciate the shit
you're
out
my
of
kid.
that.
I said, you're my daughter.
She got
like
Q-Tip
that
in there.
I like
Love
that
it.
Missy shit because, like, Missy and Timbaland and Magoo, like, some of that stuff.
That was some groundbreaking
did,
shit, though.
That stuff
was like
so
amazing
good,
music.
man.
Agreed. Our boy Danny Wheel over at Suds and Duds. Big shout out to Flick and the crew at Suds. No particular order. He's got Cube, Prodigy from Mobb Deep, Rakim, LL Cool J, Guru, and Redman. He actually put 6 on there. I asked for 5,
Prodigy.
but he gave me 6. Jordan Brown, phoning in via satellite.
Oh,
Here's his top
I can't
5.
wait to
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time? Think about it. Dylan, and Dylan. Because I spit hot fire.
Wait a minute. Can I say this first?
Sure.
He doesn't know who Priyanka Chopra is. I'm going to say that. Okay, now you can go ahead with his list.
Good.
Oh, and he was like, "Who is this girl?" I was gonna be like, "She's on Quantico," but I knew that was gonna be a
Not
whole
even that.
I knew that was gonna be a whole nother fucking thing, so I just let it go.
What's Quantico?
Is Quantico an area in Fortnite?
What game is that?
An area.
Is that
Hey,
before
we're
or after
gonna
the
do,
storm?
All right, no, really. Here's his top 5. Number 5, Logic. Number 4, Meek Mill. Not too shabby. Number 3, he's got Lil Dicky on there.
Oh, y'all thought I was paying attention?
Number
Lil
2,
Dicky. Oh,
Dr.
Lil
Dre.
Dicky was number 2, 3.
That guy's
And,
hilarious.
Lil
number 1,
Dicky is
Eminem. Lil Dicky
hilarious.
is an honorable mention in mine.
Meek
Yo,
Mill.
Dicky is
Trigger
that dude,
fingers turn
though.
to Twitter fingers.
Yeah.
Or no, what is it? Twitter fingers.
I'm glad he put Dicky above Meek, though. I like that.
No. He got... Yeah,
No,
he's got Meek and then Dicky.
I was right.
Well, that's
Meek Mill got bodied by Drake for the record.
Oh,
It's
please.
all right. By
But
the
it
way,
wasn't Drake,
honorable
though.
mention, I will say ODB
So what?
and Pusha T. To put him in there. ODB, Pusha T. And Keith Murray. By the way,
lyrical
quick shout out to our
lexicon.
sponsor, Andrew Newman. Insert that in there. Keith Murray can't stay out of jail, but if you want to stay out of jail, make sure you contact our sponsor. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. Like I said, make sure you contact us, DM us, go on the website to contact us form. We want to hear your feedback on this episode, your personal top 5s, and other areas that we can cover. We're going to obviously do best rap groups. We got the hip hop bracket coming up, best producers and all that. Love to have some of you on the show. And, be sure to check us out at MULTIPOPTURAL, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, motherfucking
Everything.
everything.
The
on
dark
planet.
web.
The dark web. Multi-pop show taking over the world. Thank you for listening. See you. Good night.
Rest in peace, Aretha Franklin.
Fuck, I was going to do that.
Aretha.
Aretha.
Be sure to check out our website, www.multipoptural, as well as on social media at Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, and Twitter.
Yes! Yeah! Victory!
And anger management?
Fuck anger management.
The
like to take the opportunity to shout out another one of our sponsors, Bull's Tavern, located in downtown Winston-Salem. They have 24 taps, classic cocktail lists, and great bourbon selections, live music, 4 nights a week, and Sunday Fun Day home spot with Bloody Mary and Mimosa Bar. Guys, check out Bull's Tavern in Winston.